Opposition leader Kizza Besigye tries to walk to work. He says it's a form of peaceful protest against the government. But just a short distance from his house, he's stopped by police. They say his intention is to stir up unrest.
You call journalists, you call people to join you. We are not accepting this.
He's arrested and taken away, the second time in a month. A report by human rights organisation Amnesty International says the arrests and blocking of protests are a growing attempt by the government to silence critical voices.
It is unacceptable to strive for the freedom of expression and the right to freedom of peaceful assembly, especially in the context where people are raising legitimate issues about governance and about political leaders.
After being detained for several hours, Besigye is released. His supporters cheer, but police say he'll be re-arrested if he tries to do the same again. Earlier this year, the protests erupted into riots when demonstrators clashed with police and military. The government says the walk-to-work protests are intended to cause violence.
They are meant to really annoy ordinary people who are going to work in the morning and who are stopped by these shouting mobs, carrying stones and the rest of it. And therefore, any sensible government which cares for its people is going to make sure they don't happen.
Uganda's press is seen as relatively free compared to other countries in the region, but Amnesty says journalists are now also under fire, many facing criminal charges and even violence. The cameraman filming this video during the unrest was beaten by soldiers. Amnesty say it's become common. The authors of the report say that even state-owned television station UBC has been targeted. They claim that a former editor was fired for trying to ensure balanced coverage of presidential elections held in February this year. Along with the arrests of protesters and opposition, Amnesty argue that freedom of expression in Uganda has been eroded. Malcolm Webb, Al Jazeera, Kampala, Uganda.